Okay, guys. In this section, we're going to talk about other custom audiences, mainly being Facebook lookalike audiences. With Facebook lookalike audiences, basically what they do is they enable you to reach people who are just like your current customers, just like your current Facebook fans, just like your current website visitors, whatever it happens to be. And how that's done is you start with a custom audience. So think about if you had a custom audience of all the people who have visited your website, or if you start with your fan page, think about all of your fans. And then what happens is you ask Facebook to create a lookalike audience from that, and using 2,000 different factors, they go out and find people on Facebook who have the most similar facets or factors to this particular source audience, whether it be your fan page fans, whether it be a custom audience of all of your website visitors, whether it be a custom audience of all your email subscribers, whatever it happens to be. So they will go out and they'll create this audience for people in one country, and then it enables you to run ads to those people, knowing that they share a lot of the same attributes of this original source, whatever it happens to be, which if is targeted will mean that you're getting to put your ads in front of the very people that you want to put your ads in front of. So look, let's have a look here. Here's an example of 3 different kinds of lookalike audiences. You've got this individual visits a website and they go to the home page, and you're creating a website custom audience from that, where you're targeting all people who visit your homepage of your website. And then once you've got enough people, you say to Facebook, let's create a lookalike audience. And then they go out and they create an audience of people who are exactly, or not exactly, who share a lot of similarities to the people that visited the homepage of your website. Okay, the second one, someone visits your website, or people visit your website, and then they go to a product page. You create a website custom audience for all the people that went to that product page, and then you create a lookalike audience off of it. Or it might be a category page. So whatever it happens to be, it doesn't really matter. The more targeted the website custom audience is, the better, most likely, the lookalike audience will be. Okay, so before we go on to the next section, what I'll do is I'll just show you, bear with me, I'll show you how you create a lookalike audience. Okay, okay, now here's a really good tip for creating lookalike audiences. Create a lookalike audience from a custom audience of all of your customers. So whether that be you get them through the email addresses that you upload to Facebook from all your customers, all your customers' phone numbers. The best way to get them is to get them off of your thank you page on your website, because that'll capture everybody, whereas the email and the phone numbers will only match up to anywhere between 20 and 70%. So you create a custom audience of everybody that visits the page that they go to after they've placed an order. So that means that they're all customers of yours. You ask Facebook to create a lookalike audience of all of them. You then find the biggest and most popular fan pages in your niche, and you add them as interests when you create the Facebook ads to run to this lookalike audience. Now, I'll give you an example. This is an example if you're a retail jewelry outlet, okay? So you would go in to create an ad, and you would target that to the lookalike audience that was created of all your customers. And it would be for Australia if you're in Australia. And then what you do is that you layer interest over the top of that by saying, find all the people in my lookalike audience who are most similar to your customers. Find all the people that also are fans of all these pages: Michael Hill Jeweler, Pandora, Shield, Zamels, whatever it happens to be. They're all major brands within the jewelry retail market. So you layer them over the top, and it creates a really, really targeted audience, because now you've got an audience of people that Facebook have used 2,000 factors to determine are very much like audience of people who are all customers of yours, and then on top of that, they're also fans of these pages which are in your niche. That's going to create a really, really good targeted audience for you to run ads to. Okay, so that's how you create. That's how what you do with lookalike audiences. Now, in regards to them, they can be really accurate and they can be really inaccurate at times. It's just part of the technology that's used to get them. The more accurate they are, the more accurate your source audience is, the more accurate the lookalike audience will be. Now, for instance, if you've got a fan page and you've got a whole lot of fake fans that you purchase from a like provider, that'd be a terrible idea to run a lookalike audience from them, because all it's going to do is going to go and find people that are like your fake fans. Or if you've got a fan page that's got 500 people on it that are mainly your friends and relatives that don't really share any interest in your particular niche, other than the fact that they like you and they're trying to support you, bad idea to run a Facebook lookalike audience to them. If you had a fan page that you built just through Facebook targeted ads, not ads to third world countries and cheap likes, but if you know that your Facebook fans are an accurate indication of the kind of people you're looking for, they would be great to run a lookalike audience. And you won't get any better than a lookalike audience of the people that are your customers. That's the best way. They're the best source audience to use, people that have bought products from you, because they will share traits that Facebook can use to build you a custom lookalike audience. Okay, so what I want to do now is just show you exactly how you create these custom audiences and email, phone custom audiences, lookalike audiences, website custom audiences, whatever it happens to be. We'll show you exactly how you create them. Rather than just showing you on these slides here, let's go to a website and go to Facebook and have a direct look. Okay, so we'll switch programs. Okay, so you're on your Facebook timeline, and basically you come up here and you go to Ads Manager and you click on Ads Manager, and that will bring you through to your Facebook ads section. Okay, and then we click down here on, one second. Then we come down here in the left-hand column to audiences. We click on audiences, and this will bring you through to the where all your custom audiences will be once you've created them. Okay, so you can see here I've got a bunch of lookalike audiences and custom audiences, and see, for instance, this one here says Outlandish VR email list. It's a list of 1,200 people. So what I did was I had an email list of people that we'd emailed out to. I uploaded that to Facebook and then asked them to match it, and it came up with 1,200 people. From there, I said, can you make a lookalike audience of people that are exactly like the 1,200 people in that? And it came up with a lookalike audience of 158,000 people. You can see here there's some all website visitors for the last 180 days, there's 3,200 people in that. All website traffic, or all website visitors for the last 30 days, there's 500 people in that. It's 90 days, there's different custom audiences and lookalike audiences in there. Now, to create a website custom audience, which is people that have visited your website and then have gone to Facebook that we're going to run ads to, come up here to create audience, click on custom audience. Now, you click on this one here, it says website traffic, click on that one, and it brings up this box. Now, the first time you do this, you won't see this box. What you'll see is this, you'll see it, and you only see it once, and you only need to do this once. And basically, it will say you haven't finished setting it up. You click here where it says view your custom audience pixel, click on that, it will bring up a box with your custom audience pixel in it. You copy all of that, and that is what you place between the head tags on your website, or that's what you send to your website developer and ask them to put in the header section of all the pages on your website. Then you click this little box here to say you've accepted the terms, and you create the audience. And then once that's done, all done and taken care of. From then on, when you want to create rules for creating a custom audience, from then on you would go here, create audience, custom audience, click this one here, website traffic, and you'll see this box here. Now, what you do is if you want to create a custom audience of everybody who's visited your website, if you only got one website, you can just leave it like that, choose the time frame, enter a name, click create audience. But if you've got multiple websites, right, you need to choose a domain. And so you put the domain name in there, and that will then capture all the people who visit your website. You choose a time period from 1 to 180 days, and then you write audience name in, and this is just like what I've got here on the left, right here. It's just so that you can identify who the heck they are, and then you click create audience. Okay, now if you wanted to create a custom audience of just people who visit, say, product page, you would use this one here, people who visit specific pages, and then the URL contains. So you could either put, for instance, you could put say like this. You could go and put that, and then / product one, / product one, and that would then give you a custom audience of all the people that visit that specific domain. Okay, or you could just put in a word. You could put in so for instance, you could put in the word painting, and all the pages that have painting on it as part of the URL will be put into that custom audience. But the best thing is if it's a specific page, put the URL of that specific page in there. Now you determine how long you want visitors for the last 30 days, 60 days, anything 1 from 180. And you can, as we talked about earlier, you can make multiple versions of this. So you can see here I've got the same 180 days, 90 days, 30 days. That's so that I can run ads to people who visited the website in the last 30 days or 90 or 180. It gives me more options for running ads as far as targeting the right people I'm going to target. Now this button here where it says include past website traffic, what this means is if you have had so say for instance I've had pixels on those websites there for the last however long, 6 months. So if I wanted to target people on a specific page, maybe for the first time, but a specific product page, I would put people who visit specific web pages, put the URL in there. I could say I want people who visit in the last 30 days. And if I click include past website traffic, it will automatically give me an audience of all the people that have been there in the last 30 days because the pixel's already been on my website. So if you don't want to wait for another 30 days for them to populate, you can start advertising to them immediately because it will give you the people that have been there in the last 30 days. Now this will only work if you've had the pixel on your website in the past. So if you're brand new, it won't work. But if in 30 days time you decide you want to create a custom audience of everybody who visits a particular page on your website, you'll be able to get all the people that visited up from when you installed the pixel until you run that ad. You'll be able to get all those people, so it means you don't have to wait for it to populate. You don't have to wait a week or a month or whatever. So it's a really good option for you to use from now on once you've put the pixel on your website. And as I said, just put a name in there to describe it and click create audience, and that's it. Because the pixel's already there, it's done. But you don't need to do anything more. You don't need to go and put any code on your website or anything like that. Now there's a couple other options. People visiting specific pages but not others. People who haven't visited in a certain time. If you want to target and add the people who visited your website but 30 days ago or 20 days ago, 10 days ago, whatever it is, you can select that there, or you can have a custom combination. Okay, and it's as simple as that. That's how easy it is. If you want to create an email or phone custom audience where you upload the phone numbers or the email, you click on here, click custom audience, click this first one, customer list instead of website traffic, click on that. You've got three choices: upload a file, copy and paste, or import from MailChimp. So if we click upload a file, you choose what kind of data it is, emails, or if it's phone numbers, and then you upload a file in a text format or a CSV format of all the emails of your clients or your subscribers, or all the phone numbers of your clients, and then you click create audience, and that's done. To create a lookalike audience, we select this one here, and then we've got to choose where the source is of that audience. So that will be website custom audiences, like you can see here, which are over here as well, or it might be from a page, one of your fan pages. So you can, you have a whole list of all your fan pages. You can select one of them. You select the country, which might be, in most cases, would be Australia. And now this here, you can choose how big you want the lookalike audience to be. Now, what this works on is the smaller it is, the more accurate it is. The bigger the audience, the more inaccurate it will become. It won't be as accurate as the source audience. In all cases that I have ever used, I always select the smaller size because it's still a lot of people. And there's very little time, so you're going to want to make it bigger because it will become more inaccurate. And this is really cutting edge technology. But you want the people to be as much like your source audience as possibly can be. And that's why, unless you've got a very, very broad range product, keep that slider down this end here. And then you click create audience. And then anywhere from half an hour to 24 hours later, it will populate your lookalike audience here in the audience section. It just takes a little time depending on the size of it. And that's it. That's how you create these things. It's really, really simple. If you don't understand anything, please ask me a question or shoot me an email if you get to this point and you're not sure what to do. It's a little bit tricky at first, but just follow this. Follow the ebook that you'll be getting as well. That'll give you step-by-step instructions. And once you've done a couple, it's really, really straightforward, and you'll find them really easy. So that covers everything that we wanted to go through. What I'd like to do now is just open it up for questions. If you just give me a minute, what I will do is I'll get the questions box up and we'll answer any questions that you might have. Thanks so much for sticking with us. I know it's been a long time, but I hope that you find this information really, really valuable. And please shoot as many questions as you like.